Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stellaris, the latest game from Paradox Interactive, the same people that brought you things like Cities, Skylines and Crusader Kings. And, you know, let's face it, from those titles we know it's going to be good. This is basically those games but set in space. If I just zoom out of it, you can see this is my home world, Greater Spuxalak. It was randomly generated. And then if I go all the way out to the map, you can see that this is my little empire, and then down here is Ox, whatever it's called. This is my little other area. If I go to my contacts, you can see I've been playing this for ages. I've been having a war with them, but they're now vassaled under my empire. Now, the main features of the game are things like energy credits, the minerals, and your influence. This is where it starts getting, you know, the mechanics are fun, because you have, if you look under this, you see you have energy credits, minerals, etc., etc. If I actually go into here, you can see where I built little stations, and that will be mining, all that sort of stuff, and the resources will come to me. Now if I hover over it, you can see that I'm producing, you know, hundreds of energy credits a day, and I'm using up hundreds of energy credits a day. Okay, alright, let's just go back to Hayuk. It's my little fleet, a mixture of battleships and cruisers and destroyers and the little Corvette fighters. Right. But I'm going to create a new one so I can show you sort of the early game, because this is sort of late game. Once you've gone, I've played way too many hours. You know when you get a game and you sit down and you say, oh, I'll play in 1 or 2 hours. I was expecting to be reasonably bored by this. I'm not ever a huge fan of these long, drawn out, slow paced strategy games. I much prefer like fast paced ones like Planetary Annihilation, but I got lost many hours later. I have a window by my desk. I looked up and it was, you know, it was when I started, it was light outside. I started playing, I looked up again and the moon was, you know, high in the sky. I thought, oh, I better emerge now. Right, so let's just create a new game. Okay, so I've started a new game. I am the Thung Long species, and our version of fast and light travel is Wormhole. I've never done this one before. I've only ever played with the warp travel, but effectively the way I get around is by building wormholes, I think. So yeah, we'll find out as we go. So here are my initial ships. I have a science ship, I have a construction ship, and I have a tiny little army. These are the sort of initial fighters you get. And this here, it will be our shipyard. And you can see we're limited to the corvettes and the construction ships and the science ships at the moment, and obviously once we go to the research we can upgrade that. So let's pick a new research. So we've got physics lab, deflectors, gravitational sensors, and solar panel network. Solar panels will give us energy, gravity's sensors will survey speed will be up by 15%. A physics lab means we can do more research. Deflectors means more toughness. Now I'm not planning on going to war anytime soon, so I'm not going to pick that. I think for the moment we're going to start on our industry, so I'm going to pick that one. Society, colony ship, naval capacity, influence up. Colony ship I think for the moment, and this one we see this. As you can see, we have missiles, because we're using missiles. That's our chosen way of shooting people. Although in the later game you can actually change this. You can upgrade new ones, or we can get deep space platforms. Now that is to defend our borders, I think. And then we get engineering facilities, and we get iron thrusters. I think we're going to go for iron thrusters for the moment. So you see we've got 48, 68, and 48 months remaining, so that'll take a while. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is survey our system first. The construction ship isn't going to do anything, nor are you. So if we just unpause this, there you go, off it goes. Okay, so we've fully surveyed our system, and now we can put the construction ship to use. Actually, this isn't a bad starting place. I've actually started places with no resources whatsoever, but luckily we can queue things. So, first of all, we're going to build a mining station, and then we're going to build a mining station for energy credits, and then we can build a research station, and that's all we can do for the moment. Now, if you're a bit bored and you don't want to wait for this, you can increase the speed up here by pressing the plus and minus buttons, and we can just let that do whatever. But in the meantime, while he's doing that, we're going to select our research ship and then take it over here, and then we're going to get survey the system. So he should all warp out in a minute. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So, we have encountered some form of alien vessel in the Sirac system. These strange objects have been flagged as Alpha Menace until we can learn more about them. Okay, contact report. Sabakan is in uproar following the news identified ships sighted in the void. Their intentions unknown. It would be prudent to assume the worst. Okay, so let's pause that. See what the hell's going on over here. Okay, so what is this? This is an alien menace. Now I assume he's going to run back. That's cool. You're creating a little wormhole. So he's going to run back to us, and there's not much we can do at the moment, because if you look, our force is only 75, and I think theirs was 190 something. 178, cool. Yeah. Definitely not. Okay. Right, so if we look here, this outside sort of bluey ring, that is our border. So anything within in here we can actually build on. Now it gets a bit confusing because this is mapped in 3D, and you can see sometimes the stars look inside our border and sometimes they don't. It's better just to look at these little hexagons. They'll tell you what's in. So it doesn't look like this is, but actually it is easily within our borders anyway. So let's go back here and we'll wait for that to jump back in, which I assume it will do. Okay, so what is this? This is... okie doke. That is something. Oh, okay, so I think this is a generator maybe to... yeah, a wormhole range. Okay, so that's a generator to get us to be able to jump, because we don't actually have any other fast and light abilities just yet. So we can see we've now got a little mining station, so up here we should be getting... yep, we should be getting a couple more, so plus 12 every month. That's pretty good. And if we select you, then what we can do is we can go over here and queue up another mining station. These all get replenished every month. So up here, once it reaches 30, there we go, we get new resources, and we can just wait for that. But with our science ship back, we know we can't go back to you because there's a little menace in there. But what we can do is we can get to jump into here, and then we should be able to survey that system, and hopefully we'll be able to get even more resources. Check how the research is doing. Research is doing alright. Okay, I think then we should build some of these corvettes. Yeah, let's build a couple more just so that we can eradicate that menace in the other system. Okay, you've finished your research station. Right. So we've talked about these resources, the energy, the minerals, and the influence. Now, excellent. Now, influence is important because you use this to rehire generals and scientists that everything needs. If I go onto my science ship, you can see that it has a scientist in it, and he has 1-star skill, and he has a ability. Here we go. He's now gained a level, so he's now level 2, which means he can do different things. He has better abilities, but the research speed is now 35%. You'll find out what these are later as soon as you go into the game, but you can see we've now got even more resources. I'm just going to keep queuing up these scans, especially when they are within our system. Research you? Nope, let's survey you. Cool. Okay, so it looks like these can't jump directly, so it has to come back here where there is a generator, and then use generate a wormhole like that, which is fair enough. I assume I'll be able to build generators later on in the game. Okay, so what have we got going on? Where is our construction ship? What can we do? Okay, so as I thought, we can build a wormhole station. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Dram and get you to build on there, and then we'll get you to build on, I can't afford it yet. Okay, let's go straight over to you. So these are our anomalies. So they'll find something interesting, like for example here it says signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization in the vicinity of a gas giant. So actually what I want to do is I want to risk the research, and I want to see if we can get something from it. So it should go back, and then that should improve something. If we get it, it'll increase our research. If we don't get it, it doesn't really matter, but hopefully because of his skills we should be able to get this. Although I don't know what sort of civilization lives on a gas giant. I mean, that's pretty tricky to do. Okay, 29. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Delphine 1. Incredibly, this civilization, which apparently referred to itself as Cyrex, seems to have been made up of machines that were linked together in some sort of collective consciousness. The age of the artifacts indicate they were active some 600,000 years ago, in this portion of the galaxy at least, but we have learned nothing of their exact origins. According to partial data fragments from our scientists managed to extract from the artifacts, the Cyrex at some point launched a crusade to destroy all sentinel organic life in the galaxy for reasons unknown.
Situation log updated.
That's pretty cool. Also, it's a bit mean, really. I'm not sure it's, it's quite needed to kill us. How are we doing it here? So, see if we can I can. Once someone like this is done, it will come on the side. It will look like they're sleeping like that, and then we know that they're done. Okay, so what we've got to do next, we have to talk about these research things. So as we're going along, if we go back to here, we can see I've built a station above this planet which has a society research. Now that adds on to that, which means it's +8, and then if we go to our research, not that, you can see it adds +8.56 every month, which means that it will be done in 7 more months. And it's the same with these. As we discover new parts of the galaxy, you'll find new research for physics and new research for engineering. Okay, anything in here? So we've just got power, which is really useful. Power is something you'll be able to get really quickly at the beginning, and then sort of, well, I seem to run out very quickly. The other thing you can do is build on these planets themselves. Okay, so I waited a little bit and we've just finished some of the research, so let's just do a new research here. They're all done now. So we can go for research speed +5%, energy storage capacity. This is fusion. This is important when you start building your ships. Or we can go for power plant 2. Now power is not important at the moment, so I think we're going for that. I think we're going to go for foods is important, because what that allows us to do is increase our population on our planets, which means our area of influence increases, and we can also set up more stations on top of the planet. So I think we're going to go for this, and then this one we're going to go for we can improve our spaceport, which will give us the Corvette assembly yards, which means we can build them quicker. Do Betharian power plants, maybe not. Army damage, no, I think we're going to go for that. Big take. Research complete, solar panels. Cool, new research. Oh no, we've sorted all that. Excellent. Right, let's see how it's all doing. Yep, you're done. You finished with that, which means I can pull you. Let's pull you into here. Although I think first, because I want to be able to sort of move around, I think if I built one. Oh, okay. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Sebak. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. A commendable initiative. We have more. Nope, I think we can do that. So if I go to situation log, we can see there's a couple of things here. First, we're going to click that to research, and this means we should survey 8 worlds, and we'll get something at the end of that. But for the moment, I think what would be useful is if we set up a little generator. I don't quite know how this works, but I'm going to put one in here. Okay, so with our systems. Oh, okay, so this line out here is its gravity well. I assume you can't build one there because there's too much gravity, so I'm guessing. Yeah? Nope. Yeah. There. I want to see how long this takes. These aren't expensive, and I assume these are more high maintenance as well. I don't know whether you have this use enough power, for one ship, but maybe you have to get bigger ones. We'll soon find out. I assume also that this will allow you can upgrade these, and these will go further distances, so you can go from there maybe all the way up over there. You can see also our influence has almost reached here. Void clouds, or an investigation into the peculiar clusters of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with powerful charges of unknown origin, has no business exhibiting simple reflex action, let alone movements with purpose, and yet it does. Okay, so I think these are tiny little clouds of particles that seem to be able to move. There is something identified ominous. About the hazy subjects that relay the video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. So I think these are things that look a bit like clouds, but aren't clouds, and they're a little bit more dangerous than clouds. You almost done? No. Okay, so we have upgraded our scientist, which is in here. So I want to see if we can maybe warp here. Okay, so to do this, they're going to jump back into Stellaris and then create a wormhole before here and here. So I think I'm right in thinking that. Here we go. So I think I could probably jump into there if I wanted to, but perhaps we can jump into here. Let's do a little test. Right, construction ship. Yeah. Okay, so these look like these are brilliant because in the first game I ever played, you had to do links between these systems, a bit like if you've ever played Eve. You have to jump between the little systems. It's very similar to that, and you can also see our borders have expanded. But let's just bring him back to Stellaris, unless he's stuck. That is. He might well be stuck because I don't quite understand how come they can jump from one direction to another but they can't jump in other ways, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so he has a wormhole. I assume then it's being opened to here. I'm assuming if I try to jump from there to there we wouldn't be able to do it, but because this does have a generator we can do it like that. So what's in here? We've got plenty of stuff in here. So this is, we started researching the colony ship, and this will allow us to land on this planet and colonize it. And if we hover over, we can say it's 80% habitable, which means that all of these tiles are open to us to use, although it uses a lot of energy to try and take a planet. Let's go back to you. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get this construction ship, warp him into here, and then I think I want to research, or I would research if it was within our borders, and you can see it's just not quite. That's a bit annoying, really. Okay, well I'm going to keep him researching or surveying all the systems, because that could be useful, especially for our projects that we're doing. Okay, easy peasy, and let's see what we haven't built. Wow, we haven't built any of this, so I'm going to get a construction ship, and we're going to build a mining station there, and a mining station there. And this is still a little bit of a problem, so I think we're going to see if we can do a construction yard. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Obviously this isn't running in real time, otherwise this would be really, really slow. Let's see if we can sort this out. I assume this is actually quite valuable for us then, because there's so many planets in here. I think we should be able to get some research. Ooh, okay. We're receiving a weak signal from the surface of the planet. There's also be some kind of tracking beacon. Definitely research that. Are you over there still? Ah, no, okay. I thought this might... Ah, there's another one. So this planet here, see, it's not habitable to us at all. But what we might be able to do, if there is beings on it, we can set up a little research station. Like, here we go. And then we can... Oh. And we can get more points from it. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Crown 1. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark the large deposit of precious minerals. The miners it was meant for have evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Excellent. Let's just go to our situation log. Ah. Well done. Okay, we've done 3 out of 8. Oh, look at this. Let's research that one as well.
Construction complete.
Cool, let's go to our construction ship. Yes, excellent, that's what I like to see. And they're happily building all that. Oh, that's close to being on our borders now. Where haven't we researched? Okay, so we haven't actually looked in here, so I'm holding down the shift when I'm doing this, and it will allow us to queue things up. Mummified pilot. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit above Crown 3. The being is dressed in whatever appears to be a flight suit complete with helmet, and maybe a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse provided some interesting data. Tragic fate indeed. Ugh, wouldn't like to be that. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll get some physics research. Right, the void clouds are, as far as Sabian research can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated some scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared. The tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beings. It is not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields aligned in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one each other, if not outright communicating, light years apart. Wow, so they seem to be able to communicate years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in the phenomenon. They will not stand in our way, and they will not be traced. Okay, so this allows the void clouds to be in the situation. This gives us 60 of that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and that's done. So we should, in our situation log, we see what we're doing. We want to be finding 6 artifacts, and we want to be surveying 8 worlds. Cool, 176, we're almost there now. We just need to build a couple more corvettes and we should be able to take them out. Okay, so, new research. Got deflectors of physics lab 1. I think I'm going to do deflectors if we're going to go to war. And this increases our border range by 20, but this allows private colony ship. Allows the construction of private colony ships funded by unknown actors in the private sector. As a result, colonists may have ethics different from the majority. Right, okay, so I want to go for this. Easy. Excellent, 201. I think we're almost ready to take this and kill the enemies. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Construction complete.
Cool. We've got easily enough now. So if we warp them in here, let's see what they do. Hopefully this will be successful. I think we're using missiles, so which is slightly more visually pleasing. In the previous one, I just used standard. Oh, let's let this. Ah, hello. This is a void cloud, I think. Yes. Oh, cool. Here we go. Oh. It's interesting that they're sort of not passing straight through them. Yes, I'm not sure rockets should be able to hit nothingness or little bits of atom. So here we can see the damage we're inflicting and the damage we're getting hit to us, and we can also see the sort of the combat ratio, the sort of tug of war thing going on. Okay, so there we go, we won that. And what we're going to do is we've got our science ship, and we also want to queue this up and research projects, so that he should be doing lots and lots of things for a while. So, with our ship designer, you can upgrade and design new ships. We can't do anything with that yet, although we will be able to. We will be able to do better missiles in time. But for the moment, we can upgrade our ion thrusters, and we can do nothing. Ah, here we go. We can also upgrade the power, so we should be able to. Oh, we can't quite use one. The more stuff you put on a ship, the more power obviously it will use, and we can save that. Yep. So every time we build a Corvette from now on, it should be lovely and upgraded. But for the moment, what we can do is we can upgrade our ship through that. So they'll come back and that's still upgrading. Okay, our construction ship has done everything it needs to do in there. We've almost got that, but we can't take it yet. So for the moment, what we could do... Oh, we haven't got this either. We don't... I might build another science ship just so that we can get this all done. Yep, let's do that. Okay, it'll take about a minute. Where is this? Oh, this is way outside of our borders. And you've got quite a while to go. Okay, let's speed this up. What about here? Ah, okay, so they've been fully repaired and they should start to be upgraded pretty soon. Ah, yes, there we go. Right, we got a new science ship, which means we can bring you down there. Oh, okay, so this is when we start using our influence, because if we go to our new science ship, it doesn't have a scientist. So we just recruit a new one. Now we can see its stats. So this has got anomaly discovery chance 10% plus, research field manipulation plus 10%, and you are 10% as well. So why? Oh, okay, so 50, 50, and 50. You're the younger one, so we're going to recruit you, and then we're going to click you, and we're signing. Ah, the survey of Sastrom 2 has revealed that certain regions of the planet are home to a primitive alien photo or proto-civilization. Our probes show that their Neolithic cultures and master of fire developed a rudimentary spoken language, but we have yet to see any evidence of metallurgy or written communication. Very interesting.
Upgraded. Construction complete.
Cool. Right, so we should be able to bring them in and survey this system. So where is this anomaly? So we've got loads and loads and loads. Oh, we need to find one more, but we've got worlds that we've researched. Ah, and the science ship. I think there was one in here, wasn't there? Yes, there was. Excellent. So if we go to our fleet, I think now that these have been upgraded with ions, I think we're going to assign them a leader as well. So this
system survey complete. Anomaly found.
Yep, let's research that. Okay, so this one, ship hull points plus 20%, aggressive fire rate, and evasion or FTL damage minus 25. So what you can sort of see is as you progress, you add new leaders that have different skills, so that you can improve or tune your fleet or your scientists, etc., to what you want to be doing. Cyberx refinery, an ancient debris in some kind of massive Cyberx refinery complex, has been found in the orbit around the gas giant Sastrom 7. Lingering energy traces suggest it was destroyed by some kind of antimatter weapon. Fascinating. It's fascinating. Cool. Let's get a situation log. Ah. Okay. Apparently can't. Oh, that wasn't a good sign. Unemployment. Okay, so we have too many. Okay, let's do one thing at a time. Okay, so we have unemployment people on our planet. Oh, I see. We've got a population of 10, and so we're not really producing any more food. So what I want to do, plenty of energy as well. I want to build probably a hydroponics plant there, and then we can probably build an energy plant. There we go, and that will be queued up. Okay, interesting. Time project. What have we got? Oh, we should research that. How's the science ship doing down here? Oh, okay. Hello, who are you? Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data of alien life forms. Many of our older theories of development life have been disproved, and other scientific communities has had to try and build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed in the newly dedicated museum to exobiology on Sabak. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search of strange life forms. Excellent. That's good. I'm not sure we can do anything there. Scientist is present. Scientist has a skill of 5. Okay, so for this one, we can't research anything yet because we don't have the right prerequisites.
System survey complete.
Cool. Look, they're using fast and light travel. Or they're using the wormhole, I should say. So we've got a new world on there. We've got energy credits there. I might bring down a construction ship and start building a mining station of both of these.
Special project
complete. Okay. Ooh. The spaceborne life forms, which is the Saiban Head Society researchers come to refer to as Taiyaki, are docile creatures capable of assessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with relative ease, though nearly the same ease as Cyber fleets. They graze on the gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that their only food source, but intake other nutrients yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack. Even when provoked, they can be safely ignored. Oh, okay. So we sort of ignore them, and you are researching it normally.
Research complete.
Good. What have we got? Cool. New research. Physics. So this improved deflectors. Research speed plus 5%. Power plant 2 or a space hub. I think we're going to do research speed plus 5%. Sort of a longer rate. Sort of one for the future. That. So I'm going to get him to research in there. And what we okay, I also want to set up a research station above that. So later on, when we build a yeah, can't do it. Oh no, we can do a colony ship. We'll be able to land a colony on one of these planets that we found, the ones that are green, and then we'll be able to expand our empire. You see up there, we have the how many planets we control. Now it only says 5, but that can be increased, and also once you have a large empire, you can actually split the empire into different regions, which is what I've done on my old save. I have the south of my empire and the north of it, and that way you can increase the amount of planets. Okay, so you're done. I want to research you. Excellent. Good joke. Oh, hello. Okay, that's easy peasy. Let's bring you back into there. So already we're getting thousands of energy credits. We got our minerals are way up, and our influence is pretty good too. The other mechanic we can do in the game is, well, is the ability to go into one of these sort of systems that we're not in yet, and then we can build a frontier outpost. Now what that will allow us to do is sort of claim that system as our own, and from there you can expand outwards. However, the problem with that is if you don't have the right amount of stations in there and enough influence coming out, you can actually, although you have that little area, it'll never expand enough. So what sometimes advised is sort of building that outpost where there's a planet, colonizing the planet, and then you sort of expand your area. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of things that are coming up on the screen that you have to read, and you have to sort of work out what you can do with them. So we have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around the Zekra 1. The sublight vessel is built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousands of years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteor, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. Okay, I think we will research that. See if it's in our situation log. No, nothing's in there at the moment. Okay, let's get back to you.
Complete.
Excellent. So researches, new research. So naval capacity up 10%. Military academy. Regenerative hull tissue. That regenerates as we're going along. Oh, so we can do a spaceport level 2 or level 3, I should say, which will allow us to build destroyers, which are slightly more damaging, with diffusion missiles, or we can do engineering facility. A defense platform I don't really want at the moment. Okay, see, this is a bit more long term. This is very short. Let's do a short term. Okay, sort of running along as we go. Have we researched anything particularly useful? In fact, have we researched this at all? No, we haven't. So we've got a science ship. Let's bring our science ship into here and survey the system. So he's going to have to jump back to there and jump forward. Good joke. 219. Okay, so what we can do is, if I show you how one designs a ship, if we do a Corvette, we select which core or which sort of hull you want, and as you get bigger ships you select 3 or 4 to attach together. So we can do a striker, which gives us a small and a medium, a weapon slot, which is just, or an interceptor, it's 3 smalls and 5 utilities, and then shifter gives you all 3 smalls and 2 mediums. The birth of space piracy. Certain irrational and criminal elements of a society have left Sobek with a seek and outlaws life with far reach of space. In a display of surprisingly ingenuity, these brigades have heavily modified and weaponized large amount of civilian starships. Our civilian shipping lanes are now being raided by the improvised Starfleet, which identifies only as the Sons of the Night. A prompt response is needed. Well, of course I'm going to kill them, aren't I? Let's pause this and see what I can do. Well, although there's a quick response needed, there's not real. I don't know what I can do with them yet. Nope, it's not there. Okay. Well, a quick response will be given as soon as they attack. So we can do new selection. I think I want to go for a
hostile fleet.
Okay. Let's pause you. I see. Let's jump you in. And these people very, very quickly jump out and warp back into.
Under attack.
Well, that's not fun. And our little people warp out. Let's research that. Cool. Enemy coming. Let's take him out.
Hostile fleet engaged.
You can see our ship is actually attacking them as well.
Situation log updated.
Cool. Let's slow this down a bit. Excellent. Nice and easy. And ancient frozen remains of almost a thousand aliens have been found in the vicinity of Gragamorrelia. They have come from a dozen different species, primarily dating puts the corpses at roughly 600,000 years old, around the same time Cyberx machine consciousness ravaged this part of the galaxy.
Situation log updated.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we've got lots of things to do now. So we've destroyed something in there, so we're going to get our science ship to come over and research that. And supposedly there should also, here, yes, we need to get another science ship, probably this one. Can we not research from it? Oh, I suppose because we haven't yet surveyed it? I don't know why we're not allowed to do that one. Oh, I see, because the scientist has to have a skill of 3, and it doesn't, we don't quite have that yet. Okay, so as we're sort of scanning everything and our border is expanding, we can see we've now taken this. We're very, very close to taking that system now, and we're quite close to taking that one. So you can see very quickly you start to expand, and this is our sort of sphere of influence. This green one, and it's that's what sort of indicates to you what your board is going along. I definitely advise you to pick this game up. It's quite expensive on my own, but it's so worth it. I've invested so many hours into this, but the learning curve is really steep, and the tutorial is rubbish. I sat down and tried to do the tutorial. I sort of gave up, and then sort of trial and errored my way through it. It's just really good. I can't recommend it enough. You know, everyone expects Paradox to do a great job on these things, and if you've ever played Europa Universalis or Crusader Kings, it's very much on the same line, but this time in space. And let's face it, everyone likes space. They did a great job on all the other games, and they've done a great job on this one too. And I don't want to show you everything just because it would ruin it for you. So pick up this game, please, and just enjoy it. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.